1 month ago this week, KHSAA suspended all remaining girls basketball state tournament games and the entire boys tournament because of the coronavirus. South Laurel won a nail-biter over Sacred Heart in what likely was the last high school basketball game of the year. LEX 18's Kylan Mills caught up with their coach about how his team is coping with the sudden ending and what might have been.
A team that clicked at just the right time.
And our kids, they were all in. And so it was a great feeling of accomplishment, the adversity our kids had faced on the biggest stage. So it was exciting in that moment.
The dream was in sight for the South Laurel girls basketball team as they took on Sacred Heart at Rupp Arena in the KHSAA Sweet 16.
I could just tell by their demeanor that they weren't afraid, and this wasn't going to be the same game we played against Sacred Heart the first time.
After losing to the Louisville powerhouse by 24 earlier in the season, the Cardinals battled to a 58-57 victory. But the high was short-lived.
The guy that as our host that's taking me back to the locker room whispers to me, they're like, "Hey, this has been suspended." And I was like, "What do you mean suspended?"
Coach Chris Souter had to break the news to his players about just how serious the situation was.
When we were on our bus back to the hotel, when I had to tell the team, it was really quiet. You would have thought we'd lost the game. So I stood up, saying, no, we're not doing this. Remember, I told you all. Happy ending.
While not quite the happy ending the girls were hoping for, the Cardinals went out winners on the biggest stage in basketball. In the day since, Coach says some players are still holding out hope.
She still will text me every other day and say, "Hey, Coach, have you heard anything?" It's like, "No, Mara, I haven't heard anything. Watch the news. You can see this is a national pandemic, So it's hard for them.
While others are staying in touch daily via team group texts and video chats, already reminiscing on the season of a lifetime.
It was amazing to watch as a coach, to sit back and just see how those young ladies handled everything. And, and it's true that, I told the kids everything happens for a reason, and we can still do everything we're supposed to do and it not turn out right because that's just life. But they took that in stride, and I've really never seen a group of kids unite the way they did.
Kylan Mills, LEX 18 News.